Edwin Sifuna has attacked the Homa Bay Governor Gladis Wanga badly, laughing at her after William Ruto has now shown every sign of taking the party and reducing it to a village party. He's now laughing at Gladis Wanga, who is now crying over zoning in Homa Bay County. Listen to this.
I've seen the challenges in that relationship with the UDA. You have had a lot of hue and cry about zoning. They're talking about zoning. Yes. And for the first time, I've never had anyone asking for zoning in Homa Bay.
People were asking for zoning to protect themselves from the domination of ODM.
Correct. Can you imagine? We've gotten to a place where we are asking for zoning in Homa Bay. In Homa Bay, we didn't care when we were a strong party. Yes. We didn't care who ran against us.
Even Nairobi, it was other smaller parties in partnership with ODM.
Absolutely. It was being done it was being done in Nairobi to protect the smaller partner parties
so
that they
NASA, for example,
get something. And also in places where if you don't do it, the opponent another Peter.
ODM will get all the councillor, all the MCAs.
Why do you think that? We have gotten to that place.
So what is
I said in December we were with Oburu at Jirongo's home.
Yes.
Yeah, when we went to pay him a visit. Yes. Professor, once you have opened your kraal or your boozy pen to the hyena, you cannot tell the hyena eat this one or start with this one don't touch.
Anamanga tu.
Anakula, tunataka wewe mwambie saa kutoka.
Now, Edwin Sifuna was in an interview in a platform known as Nairobi Review, and he was being interviewed by Herman Manyora. Here, they started a point on zoning. You know, Gladis Wanga, the Homa Bay governor, has been so keen, calling on UDA, calling on William Ruto to allow zoning before entering into a partnership deal with the ODM party. She has been crying. In fact, her recent video, she was so bitter, saying that she will defend ODM with everything, even with her life. But you know, in this politics is not defending something with your life. It is defending something, a party, for your interests. Let me break it for you. You know, in Luo Nyanza, there have never been genuine votes whereby the Luos go to polling stations to elect someone they deem right for the position. But they have been electing someone who is closer to Raila Odinga. You see how loyal someone is to Raila Odinga. In fact, I've been giving these examples in my past videos that Junet Mohammed, for example, has never campaigned in his constituency. Raila Odinga could go there, tell the people, you know, I'm working with Junet, please give him the votes. Just like that. It's a done deal. The same thing happened to Gladis Wanga. Gladis Wanga was given the votes by Raila Odinga. You know, in Luo Nyanza, when Raila told the people vote for this one, that is the end of it. But right now, there is no Raila Odinga. And Gladis Wanga is now in a cowardice position. She's fearing going into nominations, you know. Hey, Gladys Wanga knows that it will be so difficult for her to retain the seat. She knows that. She knows if UDA feels a candidate in Homa Bay for gubernatorial seat, Gladys Wanga will not take it. She knows that, and that is why she's so bitter. She's telling William Ruto, make sure there is zoning in especially Homa Bay. Why is she crying for Homa Bay so much, not other counties, not Siaya, not Kisumu, not even Migori? Because she wants to massage her interests. She wants to... And that is the reason why Edwin Sifuna attacked her. Well, in the interview, Sifuna was shocked. In fact, her facial expressions showed someone who is so bitter. He said, for the longest time he's been in ODM, he has never seen someone, talking about zoning in Homa Bay, of all counties in Homa Bay. And he says that even when Raila was alive, they never bothered. Whoever wants to field a candidate, let him do that. But ODM was a strong party. It could always win the elections. That is a statement of Edwin Sifuna. He reduced Gladis Wanga into a village girl because of the statement she's been making. And that is why I've been telling you that ODM is finished. Raila is now done changing the party into a village party. Now Gladis Wanga is on her own. She refused to listen to Edwin Sifuna. She refused to listen to people who loved ODM to the heart, to the core. She refused to listen to them. They sold ODM to William Ruto even before Raila Odinga was brought from India. Even before Raila Odinga was buried, the party had already been sold. They united with Oburu Oginga. Another opportunity. Oburu Oginga is is a mzee but opportunist. Is someone who's now eating on the sweat of his brother. When his brother was working so hard to build the party, he was there asking for direct tickets, no nominations, and so forth and so on and so forth. But right now, they're here, they have sold the party. ODM is now useless. Is now useless because even Sifuna once said, there's an interview where Sifuna said he has never seen a situation where ODM party is disliked like now. Like in the past by-elections, many people initially, they could demand so much to vie using the ODM ticket. But right now, ODM party has been the one as the party, coercing someone and, begging someone to take a ticket from ODM, even for free, to just take a ticket to run from ODM. Using the ODM party. It has never happened for decades in ODM. That shows that there's something that is missing in ODM. There is something that is not clicking right in ODM, and Edwin Sifuna knows this. And that is why you see all the Baba students, the likes of Edwin Sifuna, the likes of Babu Wino, the likes of Caleb Amisi, they are together. They wanted to build a party. They wanted to build ODM to maintain the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga. Unfortunately, the vultures like Gladis Wanga, they were deluded by the smiles and the sweet tongue of William Ruto. Now there is no party. And this one is now biting them because, trust me, Gladis Wanga will not retain the seat. And for the very first time, we saw women clothed in UDA colors from Homa Bay, warning Gladys Wanga, telling her not to speak anything about zoning because they want their candidates, and Kenya is a democratic country. They want to vote for whoever they want, so let her not lock others out. That means Homa Bay now is warming up to receive UDA candidates. In history, they should go in history that in Homa Bay, people are now chanting UDA. In Homa Bay, because of the greed of some of the few individuals in ODM. But now they are crying more than those who were out. They are crying more than those who did not sell the party. They are crying more than those who did not get whose pockets were dry during the time they were selling the party. And there were chances that they've been calling. I saw some reports yesterday that ODM led by Oburu Oginga, Gladis Wanga, they've been making calls to Edwin Sifuna, but he has been ignoring their calls. This is the time they've remembered that Edwin Sifuna was right. At that point when he was prophesying that ODM is going to the dogs, they never knew that a time like this would come. This is the time they've seen the light that Edwin Sifuna was a true servant of Raila Odinga, was a true student of Raila Odinga and meant well for Raila Odinga. I don't know what your comment is. I don't know what your opinion is. You can write your opinion down there in the comment section. Let us debate there. Equally, hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new video. Equally, subscribe, like, and share.